3. Everybody go. Shh. 1, 2, 3. Shh. Perfect. Was a little fly and he flew into a store, and niche upon the ceiling, and niche upon the floor, and niche upon the bacon, and niche upon the ham, and niche upon the head of the little grocer man. Well, the little grocer man got a little spray gun. He swore that he would...
Did you get it?
Oh, no.
These spuds are desperate. More eyes than Jenny Ann's cat. And don't start me on the mud. I swear, Mr. Moore does it on purpose, so we'll get more for the pound.
Aye.
Would you ever get your nose out of that paper? What's so interesting anyway?
Just looking at the latest form. I'm gonna back a winner any day now. I can feel it in my water.
Closest you've come to back in a minute was the time you stood beside your mate Stanley when his horse came in.
You don't understand. It's all about the form. You have to know when a horse is right on the top of its game. It's a fine skill.
Aye, skill you've yet to learn. Now, would you ever make yourself useful and go fill that coal bucket up? Ruby will be here soon, so put a few big lumps on top, make it look prosperous.
All right. Just you wait and see. There's a horse called Trouble Brewing, and I reckon it'll sail into first place on Saturday.
There'll be trouble brewing all right. You don't make your bag of bones. Fathers. Come on in, doors open. Edward!
Hiya, Betty, love, are you alright?
I'm alright, Nora. Edward, how are you?
Well, I'm alright, I suppose. But my John's given jip again, or his back's given jip again. Says it's locked up on him and he'll not be getting out of his bed. Swore if he was a horse, he'd shoot him.
Don't talk to me about horses. Dad says he's found an egg. He's going to make himself a fortune. What did he call it? Trouble brewing.
They'll put trouble brewing, alright. Have you heard what's going on in Donegal?
No.
Me neither. But apparently it's got all the men gathering together in huddles and whispers, talking about the new Ulster volunteers.
No. I'll ask Archie when he gets in. He'll probably have heard.
Making a pot of stew, Betty?
Aye, our Ruby's coming over for her dinner. I'm sure it's not what she's used to, but she can like it or lump it.
I was going to make a pot of stew, but I'm short of an onion. Could you spare me one?
Aye. There you go.
Thanks, love. How is your Ruby anyway?
Oh, she's settling into married life all right. Of course, she thinks she is something now she's moved out of the back deeds and off to Bangor. Edward, would you like a wee carrot?
Yes, please. They help me see in the dark. So my dad says they'll be handy tonight because all our candles are done.
Well, is there any possibility you could lend me a card as well?
Aye.
If only that lazy lump of a husband of mine would get out of his scratcher and do a day's work.
And I suppose you want some candles as well?
That would be great.
Sure. What are friends for?
Thanks very much.
Oh, Lord, would skin you out there. It's going to be a cold night.
Don't you start, Dad. None of your nonsense. Ruby's going to be here soon, so sit you down.
Hey, that you wee skipper. What do you mean?
Next thing you'll be saying, oh, I'm just going to go down to McCabe's, get myself a wee dram. I don't think so. Stay put.
Oh, Betty, just a wee dram would keep the cold out of this old man.
You needn't cajole me. Ruby will be here soon. Stay put.
But the men have something to discuss.
Oh? And it wouldn't have something to do with Johnny Giddy? And I don't mean for a picnic.
Shush, woman. This is serious business. It could change everything.
What could change everything?
Well, if you don't know, you soon will.
Hey, Nora. Edward, what the hell are you? Soon you'll be up and fighting with us men. What's for tea, sis?
I'm just making a pot of stew. Ruby's coming over for her dinner.
Ruby, she still eats stew?
Sure, everybody eats stew, especially on such a cold night like tonight. Here, can I take a few potatoes as well? I've only a few Marleys left.
Aye, they're not great, but sure. will do. I swear, you should have brought your basket with you, Nora.
I really should be going.
Morning, Soapin.
Ruby. Where's Bert? He not with you?
Oh, no, he had a few deliveries to make around ours, but he'll be coming back for me around 7. And please call me Rebecca.
Ooh, Ruby was always good enough for you in the past.
Yes, well, I would prefer to be called Rebecca now, because I think it's more fitting to my station.
And what station would that be? Who went and installed you at Dufferin Manor? What estate are you the lady of?
I just mean,
Cut yourself on, Ruby. You're the same wee urchin that ran about these streets barefoot and black as your boot. My wee gem.
well, thankfully I've left those days behind now, Father.
Well, I think we'll be going. I bid you all good day. And you, Lady Rebecca. Edward, come on.
So how you getting on over in Bangor anyway?
Oh, it's just great, Archibald. Did I tell you we're in a parlour house now?
Archibald. I'm Archie. He's Dad, and you're flipping mental. That's a lie and all.
Right, that's enough, you two. Yes, Rebecca, you told us about your parlour house about 20 times now.
And Albert's been made head of deliveries, with 4 men under him and an extra 2 bob a week in his pay.
Did you ask him if there's any jobs going to Wellworths?
Oh, sorry about that, Archie. There's nothing at the minute, but I'm sure something will turn up for you. That was too bad that the dye works went bankrupt, wasn't it?
Aye. But at least my hands have returned to the colour God made them. I mean, look at those wee pinkies, good as new.
You really have no luck at the exchange, Archie?
Not really. When it's come spring, I'm sure I can get some work around the farms. But I really need a job. Sometimes I think it's only Betty's wage keeping us out of the union workhouse.
Oh, don't be saying that, Archie, especially not in front of Bert.
You get over yourself, Ruby. Pride comes before a fall, you know.
And how is Emily, Archie? Any sign of you two tying the knot? I just love an excuse to buy a new hat.
Until I get a job, I can't even think about it. She deserves the very best, and someday I'm going to make sure she gets the best.
Morning.
Big Jock, Big Jock. I have a message from Big Jock. He wants all the men to meet at the hall tonight at 7 o'clock. He says the Reverend Wright has news to give to us.
Who does that whelp think he is giving out the orders? Jumped up Scottish
Come on,
like
Dad, come on.
anyone would.
Dad, there's enough to fight about with it turning on our neighbours. Hey, Edward, why you and tell him we'll be there?
Where's my card?
Ask your ma.
Ah!
Archie, I'm worried. This sounds serious.
There'd be more to worry about if we just rolled over and let them impose home rule. Can you imagine what that would mean?
Archie's right, love. We have to stand up and be counted. You know, Westminster is not listening to what the people of Ulster want. The only option open is to get ourselves ready to fight.
But surely there's a way to talk to politicians around peaceably.
I think the time's long past for a peaceful solution, Ruby. Look at the thousands of people that signed the Ulster Covenant 2 years ago, and some even in their own blood.
Aye.
Yet still, Home Rule Bill pushed through.
But sure, what harm would there be in it anyway? Sure, we'd only be self-governed by Dublin.
Wash your mouth out with carbolic soap, young lady. Have you really no idea what home rule would mean? Britain would be waving us goodbye and handing us over to Dublin farmers to decide what is best for us.
And Dad's right. All of Ireland's strength lies in the industries of Ulster. What the John Dillon or Joseph and Devlin, what do they know about the economics of shipbuilding? Or the linen mills? No, it would be the first step from cutting us off from the rest of Britain. We can't let that happen.
Aye, son. Now is the time to stand up and oppose home rule in any way we can. The Irish volunteers are gathering forces to help Britain impose the Act once it has been passed. Redmond is holding rallies up and down the country gaining support. It's time the Ulster volunteers get ready for action too.
Aye, we can't underestimate the seriousness of the situation. We're on the brink of an Irish civil war, you make no mistake about it.
Oh, Archie, don't make such a drama out of it. Civil war indeed.
Ruby, would you catch yourself on? Surely even you have heard the rumours over in Bangor.
Well, I suppose, but I mean, I would just hate for Albert to get involved because fighting is so common.
Ruby, you're on thin ice, my girl.
Right, that's enough. Dad, get your hands washed and you go see if George has heard anything.
George, he'll probably have heard more than the rest of us. You'd be amazed what he picks up on that post round of his.
No one wants to fight, love. Believe me, I've been through one war already. I've seen the death and destruction it brings. You just have to keep thinking about what sort of world you want for your children. My children. Archie, did I ever tell you about how I got that book I gave you? The Tennyson one.
All right, you told me you got this in the war.
Aye, I got it off a wounded soldier. O'Reilly was his name. Served with the Connaught Rangers. He was shot, and I managed to pull him to safety. Unfortunately, I ended with a rifle round in my leg as a result. Oh, I got a medal too. I can tell you, that didn't make my leg feel any better. Well, as we recuperated, he passed me that book. Said the words pacified him somewhat, and hoped they would do the same for me. They did. Oh, he was a good man, a fine soldier. Oh, war is a terrible thing, son. Read me a line or two.
Which one?
How about The Lady of Shalott? I always liked that one. But just skip to the end, son.
Under tower and balcony, by garden wall and gallery, a gleaming shape she floated by, dead pale beneath the houses high, silent into Camelot. And out upon the wharfs they came, knight and burgher, lord and dame, and round the prow they read her name, the Lady of Shalott. And who is this, and what is here? And in the lighted palace near died the sound of royal cheer, and they crossed themselves for fear, all the knights at Camelot. But Lancelot used a little space. He said, she has a lovely face. God in his mercy grant her grace, the Lady of Shalott.
Where is everybody?
What's going on here then? Why's that gate still shut?
I don't know, they're all still locked. Oh, Betty Brown must have slept in this morning.
Here, maybe she's crooked it in her sleep.
Oh, be that lucky.
Here, Tilly, what about your hand? Were they able to save the finger?
No, sure it was my own stupid fault. Miss Brown said, I'm going to have to pay for the damage my blood did to the linen. Now, you know, that's harder to take than losing a finger. For at least of another 9 left. Well, I hope you'll raise up because I am freezing.
Sure, maybe they've decided to give us a day off.
That would be just the best thing. We could all go to Newcastle for the day. Oh, I would love to go and see the mountains. Perhaps we could get a train from Cumber. Maggie, all that fresh air. I can almost feel it in my lungs already.
Would you listen to yourself? They're 5 minutes late opening the gate. I wouldn't be gallivanting off to Newcastle or counting my train fare out just yet.
The gate's still locked.
Aye, Matty Brown must have slept in. But you're Brown, where's the Brown? There's your dog, never so tight, you so the fight. She's here, low, let go, 7, 8.
It's 10 to 6. If they don't hurry up and open the gates, we're all going to have our pay done.
You stop your fretting, Ivy. I never the outback lax said it starts a wee bit later today, since we all look so tired.
Aye, speak for yourself. I spent all Saturday night curling my hair. Do you not like it?
Oh, it's lovely, Betty, lovely. You had a better Saturday than I had. I got hold of some old flowered eggs. And I spent all Saturday afternoon boiling them up to try to get the print out, you know, to make myself a new pair of sheets. Well, my Harold kept coming in, looking at all the steam, rubbing his big belly. Terry, what's that you're cooking for the dinner?
Well, I decided to buy some of that zebra polish for the grate. I rubbed and rubbed till my hands were sore, While your man's just sat there smoking his pipe and giving his orders, I almost expected the great to come up with black and white stripes.
What does she mean?
You know, zebra polish, black and white stripes. Oh, forget it.
My Willie decided to fix my bike on Saturday. He spent all afternoon taking it apart. Then he huffed and puffed for another couple of hours before he got it back together again. That's when he realised he'd 2 screws in the spring left over. I always knew he had a screw in there.
What about you, Margaret? What did you get up to on
Do you
Saturday?
really know what I did on Saturday? I went to a rally, a women's rally, where James Connolly talked about rights for women, a fair day's pay for a fair day's labour. He says we're skilled workers and we shouldn't be working in wet and hot conditions.
Aye, but are you going to tell Mr. Walker? Or will I?
Seriously, times are changing. There's new laws being passed and the unions are ready to fight greedy employers for women's rights.
Margaret, the sooner you learn that women have no rights, the better it'll be for you.
Next thing is you'll be wanting to join that suffragette movement and shame yourself to be able to
What do women do with the right to vote? What do we know about politics?
Well, I don't know. I think we'd make a better job of it than the men.
Yes, Betty, just think. Equal pay as the men instead of half the wages they get.
Yeah, I won't forget what we really deserve.
Someday in years to come, women will be able to work whatever job they want. We'll be able to dress like a man without all these corsets and petticoats restricting us. We'll be able to ride a horse like a man and drink in the bar.
Have you lost your head completely? You're filling on sir with crackpot ideas. Next year we say one day there'll be a woman prime minister.
What are you doing down here anyway, Sarah?
Nora next door asked me to bring her down see if there's a job going for her.
The mill's no place for a young girl, but don't you worry, we look after you.